Hi and welcome back to my film and TV channel. You're all staying safe and well. We've got a season 2. It's been a couple of years since season 1. And yes, it's British Army stuff. Well, we're talking the SAS. I mean, if you're like me in the UK, we became familiar with the SAS back in the days of the Iranian embassy siege, of course, which made heroes out of certain characters, and I think everyone wanted to know who the SAS was and everything about them. So since then, we've sort of got to know a bit about them, haven't we? SAS, the SBS, etc., etc. So of course, SAS Rogue Heroes first aired back in 2022, I think it was. This season 2 premiere, almost 3 years later, on the 1st of January 2025, focuses on the SAS operations in Sicily, and of course leads us up to D-Day itself. And this will show, all 6 episodes will show on the 12th of January 2025 on MGM Plus in the United States. So you'll have to wait for that, although you might not like a couple of the scenes from it. Yeah, especially the one where he's told, or someone is told, call us American again, I'll shoot you. So that's British humour, that's what it's like. So this is not a history lesson, it's clear before all this, but believe it or not, I mean, some of it's not too far short of reality, some of this, I believe, from reading between the lines and reading a couple of books back in the day of the SAS, etc. Many of the characters from Rogue Season 1 are reprising the roles, so no harm in catching back up with Season 1 again. We've got Connor Swindles as David Sterling, Jack O'Connell as Paddy Mayne, Dominic West as Lieutenant Colonel Dudley Wrangle Clark, there's a great name, Theo Barkland Biggs as Reg Seekins, Karina Silva as Jim Elmans, Jacob Iffen as Pat Riley, Jacob McCarthy as Johnny Cooper, Stuart Campbell as Bill Fraser, Bobby Schofield as Dave Kershaw, and of course the female elements of this, Sophia Boutella as Eve Mansour. There's a couple of other ladies in it as well. The second season picks up, as I said, in spring 1943 as we shift from Cairo to mainland Europe, beginning in Sicily as Paddy Mayne takes control of the SAS following David Sterling's capture. Yes, although David Sterling hasn't gone away, guys, there's a little sub-story to this as well. The first series aired on the 2nd of November 2022, so just over 2 years ago. I scored that one 7 out of 10. Doubting and admitting the series lacked historical accuracy up to a point, and at times its pacing was slightly off, but as entertainment it hit most of the right buttons. Well, what did I think of season 2? Well, a harrowing first episode actually set this up for a very, very uneasy watching parts, as it perhaps went further than even series 1 did, into the darkness and horror, PTSD, all this sort of thing as well. Horror of war. So yeah, for me this was a little bit darker, still had the humour, still had the gallows humour element, and the usual outstanding eclectic music soundtrack of new and old music around the time of the war, of course, right up to newer stuff. And despite obvious budgetary controls and a lack of numbers for some of the battle scenes, yes, yeah, it reminded me a bit of like Sharp. I remember Sharp back in the old days when Sharp first aired. He used to have big Napoleon war battles, and there's like 10 on one side and 20 on the other, or something like that. But so some of this does remind me a little bit of that. Of course, the SAS itself is not big units, but of course, when they're taking on big units, of course, it's hard to show the numbers for the opposition. So yeah, I think the action scenes, though, despite this, are pretty well done. But as ever, the personal battles, both verbal and physical, whereas this sort of stands out as very good television, of course, because they don't always get on, do they? Even when you're on the same side, we don't always get on. And it's always nice, of course, it is. I'm British, I'm a red-blooded UK citizen. It's always nice to see the Brits as heroes. And yeah, a little bit of fun poked at the Americans, which is always nice, because they're usually the heroes, aren't they? So there's nothing wrong with that. And yes, I have heard there won't be a season 3, but I'm fairly sure there will be. I'm fairly sure there's going to be a season 3, and please, hopefully it'll roll on very, very quickly. I thoroughly enjoyed this. especially because you know the sort of characters and the personalities as well of most of the people in it already, so that's very, very good. My scores on this one are going to be fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm going to be positive on Metacritic, and I'm going to give this a big, big healthy. My highest of the year. All right, it's only the 2nd of January as I'm recording this, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for this series. Much better than the first one, I thought. A couple of other people's opinions. Benji Wilson from The Telegraph, he gave it 4 out of 5. He really liked it. And just a bit longer on Jack Seal's review for The Guardian, because he gave it 5 out of 5. He was quite impressed. He finished off by saying, with its sober view of sacrifice and its clever use of extreme adversity to bring out different facets of the male psyche, Rogue Heroes earns its stripes, but be reassured, with all that groundwork in place, it is primarily a right old romp. The wildly incongruous but perfectly chosen rock soundtrack, the cool freeze frames, the fist fights, the banter, and of course the battle scenes are all unashamedly exciting. And the Sicily landing with Maine's men dodging Italian bullets under powdery grey moonlight is as cool as hell. It's the thrill to watch O'Connell and his boys charge on. And he finished off by saying it's air-punchingly good. Yes, bit of a heart as well. So there you go, guys. Yeah, I did enjoy it. So if you like your war films, if you're British and you like your war films even more so, and you Americans watch it as well, and see what the real tough guys are like. That'll be let me know what you think. It'd be great to hear your views on this one. Please, guys, if you do like what I try and do on the channel, please stay tuned for ways of helping the channel. And of course, if you want to contact me or chat to me, ways of contacting me through my various socials. Right, a quick shout out before we go for my sponsors at the moment. PX6505, they've got a little eBay shop. And they sell movie posters from the 1990s and 2000s, some great films, some great actors. So please check the link in the comments section below and you'll go straight to the shop. I dispatch everything between 24 and 48 hours, so if you see anything there, you want to order it, you can also mention my name. I mean, they are sponsoring me, so I do my little deal as well, so you can get 10% off. If you buy anything, just mention me, just say Bernard sent you, and they'll give you a 10% reduction on your order price. My thanks to PX6505. If you're interested in sponsoring the channel yourselves, guys, supporting the channel by sponsorship, just let me know. My socials are on screen there, so just contact me about that and we can have a chat. Other ways to help me out, guys, if you watch the ads, if the ads on this, YouTube ads, that helps in a very little way, but it all helps. It all, watch the pennies and pounds look after themselves, they say, don't they? Or the pennies or the 10p's look after themselves. But if you watch the ads or follow the links on the ads as well, that's always a nice way to support the channel. If you sort of hang on for it, I've done that. I watched other people's and followed the ads, just something I fancied, which does happen from time to time. Of course, you can support me by pushing that subscribe button as mentioned earlier, and that of course pressing the button so you know when these vlogs are coming out. And of course I'm always interested in your opinions, and of course if you can give us a like, that'd be wonderful as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll join you very, very soon with something else. Until we meet again, I'll never ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Bye for now.